Greetings and salutations to you all. Once again, it is me, the Ravenous Spectre, and this is Journey Onward, the weekly series that I put upon my channel here about what I'm playing this week. And to be quite honest, I really narrowed it down this time. And that's a good thing, because it doesn't feel like I have to just constantly run my mouth the entire time about a bunch of different games where it seems like I'm only making some small progress. And honestly, I think I might start doing that from now on. I may just have it where I just talk about games that I'm playing the most and not like small side stuff, because that's just more crap I have to type out in the title, or the description I should say. And it's also the fact that I have to have a lot more to talk about when the lore stuff that I'm playing isn't really that detailed, if that makes any sense. But I'll go ahead and talk about the main things that I've been playing, and obviously the first one is Just Cause 3. And I know I've mentioned this before about me playing this a lot, but the fact is I've kind of really been addicted to it, but in a way it's really been pissing me off as well. Well, the reason behind that is the fact that I love the open world. I love going around just blowing stuff up. And I'm really trying to make progress in the story missions. But the fact of the matter is, some of these side missions aren't really side missions. It's like, oh, yeah, destroy all this stuff, which is what you usually have been doing anyways, but you just have to do it within a time limit with a specific weapon or something. And it's like, oh, yeah, race through these checkpoints. Or, oh, yeah, use the wingsuit to fly through these checkpoints. Or, oh, yeah, take this plane or helicopter and fly through these checkpoints. And yeah, it can kind of get repetitive, but then again, that's only the real way for you to get gears, for you to be able to actually get level ups, like different skills and whatnot in the different skill trees throughout the game. So I kind of been going through and trying to search those out, and I'm pretty much just going through them maybe once or twice, and that's it. I'm not doing it anymore. And you have to get a certain amount to be able to actually level up certain skills within different skill trees. I guess that depends on what type of thing that you're doing, like if you're racing through checkpoints or whether you're blowing a lot of shit up or whatever the case may be. But, I mean, there actually is a mission that I'm on currently that really pissed me off, and I just said, fuck it, I'm not dealing with it anymore, at least for the time being. And I got all the way, I think, to the last part of this mission, and I kept dying. The fact is, and I'm not trying to spoil anything here, so I'll just try to make it brief, I'm latched onto a helicopter upside down. I can't get inside the helicopter because there's two people that I'm helping out. And the only thing I can really do is be suspended upside down while trying to shoot at enemies while they're flying off to God knows where. I got fucking turret boats shooting at me. I got fucking soldiers shooting at me. I got a fucking helicopter shooting at me. What the fuck do you think is going to happen? Hey, and I'm serious, man. It pissed me off. And of course, all that isn't happening all at once, but it's happening enough to the point where I'm dying. And I'm thinking that I just need to go through some of those other missions, those side missions, to see if it's actually going to assist me and give me some other skills for me to be able to progress onward better with whatever skills it may give me. I actually tried to see if I could possibly latch onto the other helicopter, which I don't know if I was in the right position to do that or if it just won't do it, period. But the fact is it was really pissing me off. And I said, you know what? Because anytime I play a game and it really starts to get to me, I will stop and I'll go straight to something else. And then I'll come back to that game later when I try to either figure out other strategies or things that I can in my head to be able to help me progress past that point. And it really does help. It gives you a refresher. You stop, you breathe, you think about it, and then you go back to it again and you kick its ass. And you're like, fuck you! You didn't bring me down like I thought that you would. So, yeah, it's just a real swift kick straight in the face of the game, letting you know you kicked its ass. But, yeah, so I've been playing that a lot, which I've been having a blast with it. And I'm really in an open world mood. I truly am, because I'm really excited for Mafia 3, and I'm going to go pick it up tomorrow. Hopefully the GameStop will be open, because we are under a tropical storm warning with Hurricane Matthew out there in the ocean. And Hurricane Matthew, you never know what can happen with these storms. You never know what they're going to do or nothing like that. So the fact is I'm just going to get up first thing in the morning to be able to get to GameStop to get the game so I'll have it, and then head back on home, and then whatever happens from there happens from there. I may have to be at work or something one night this week or something. Or anyways, I'm not going to get too much into that stuff. That's a completely different thing altogether. But, yeah. I apologize for that. I had a coworker come in and had to have a discussion with him. So, yeah, obviously I'm here at work on my break, on my lunch break, which I already ate and all that. But anyways, back to what we were talking about. The second game that I've really been having a lot of time with has been Dragon Quest VII: Fragments of the Forgotten Past. And honestly, this is a great game. It is. It has like the most classic JRPG style that you can think of. The graphics are beautiful for the 3DS. The character models really bring out just the life in the game, more so than the game itself. Because obviously this is a remake of the PlayStation 1 title that came out back in, I don't know if it was 1999 or 2000 or something like that. Whenever it came out, but honestly, I had it at one point and then had to sell it. But obviously, if you guys have seen some of my other videos, you know the whole story behind that. But I'm finally glad to have it again and actually have it more modern and more updated, which is really good because the thing is they said that it's been such a slog in the first beginning parts of the PlayStation 1 version. And I think I heard like you have to get 30 hours into the game to be able to actually access the job system in it. I'm like, holy shit. But they made like the fragments much easier to find. And I don't know if I told you guys this before. Forgive me if I have. But they made the fragments easier to find for you to be able to put onto the pedestals to be able to bring up new islands. Which obviously you're going back to the past. So these fragments that you're finding, you're building up islands for you to be able to go back into the past and solve the mystery behind why they aren't there on that world map where you and your friends and your family and everything are staying. Can't get that out. Um, and you think that you're the only island in the entire world, but that's not the case. So when you go and solve the mystery of a specific island, then it ends up showing up in the real world. So then you go back to the present again, and then you end up seeing what happened over that course of time from the time that you saved it all the way up until that point in time. And there's actually quite a few I can't fucking talk. Quite a few surprises that I've seen while playing it in terms of different surprises that you'll find in the past and also in the present. But yeah, I've been that and Just Cause 3 have been like the main two that I've really been plugging away at. And when I get Mafia 3, I think I'll be plugging away at that a whole lot. So yeah, probably next week. I'm thinking you guys may end up hearing about Dragon Quest 7 for quite a while because it's a long ass game from what I've heard. And I mean long. But anyways, yeah, so that and Mafia 3 and probably Just Cause 3 as well. I really would like to finish that game because I have been on it for like fucking ever. There's been so many damn bases to take down. It's fun to a certain point and then you quit because it kind of gets repetitive and then you go back again. You know, it's a back and forth kind of thing. It's fun, but you kind of just have to judge your time. If you start to feel like you're just getting bored on it and just worn out with it, you're just like, well, hell with it. I'll just say hell with it and go on to something else. And then eventually you'll probably come back again because the physics and the smoke and the fire are probably the main things that really stand out for me and what I really love. I mean, I just love seeing that stuff fly everywhere and explosions and fire and smoke and bodies and everything. Just insanity. It's great. It's amazing. Take down the enemy. Blow their asses up. With the red barrels and the fire and all that shit. But anyways, I'll go ahead and stop talking you guys' ears off right now because I got to get back to work and make that money to buy my games so I can put content on this channel and talk about it and stream it and all that stuff. Yeah! Anyways, but I will talk at you lovely people later. Later, taters. Let's stop!